before we get started with this killer guitar, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like the video. Click the notification bell so you get a notification every time I upload a video. We've got a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful guitar, an amazing piece of art. And the reason I'm saying a piece of art is because the graphic on this front of this guitar is completely done by hand. It's completely burned into the guitar by an artist named Dave Foreman, who did an amazing job on this guitar. This guitar is a custom build, and it is a take on the old ESP Skulls and Snakes Haji guitar. A couple years ago, George had a version of this guitar that was burned into the front of the guitar. And that's basically what this is a take on. And it was made by Triple X Guitar Works by my good buddy Rob, who did a fantastic job. He had this guitar body on his Facebook page, and I saw it, and I fell in love with it. That this album, the whole Wicked Sensation album by Lynch Mob, is one of my favorite albums ever. I love listening to it. I listen to it almost on a daily basis. And I've always loved the Skulls and Snakes Haji ESP. I always loved this graphic on the front of a guitar, and I've never owned one. I've always wanted one. So when I saw this body pop up, I knew that I wanted it. And I just talked to him briefly and said, hey, man, when you put that thing together, I want it. So sure enough, about a week ago, I get a message from Rob that says, hey, your guitar is ready. And I'm like, what guitar is this guy talking about? And he sends me a picture of this, and I was like, wow, that's awesome. So yeah, it's completely done. It's an alder body, and this has just been hand burned into the guitar by an artist up there near Rob, named Dave Foreman. He did an amazing job. I mean, even the teeth are identical to the original graphic. It's got the flames in the background. It's got the big bug eyes in the middle of the skull. It's got the snake up there, and it's got the big viper sticking out the side of it. And it is just so killer. And this has turned into my new favorite. It is, like I said, it's an alder body, and it has a satin polyurethane rub-on finish on it. Basically, you take the polyurethane and wipe it on there and wipe it off. And I told him when he started to put it together, he hit me up last week, and he had everything that he needed to put it together, and kind of had the neck on it, and was kind of curious of how to do the finish on it, if I wanted it cleared or whatever. And I said, nah, man, do it like an N4, and it's just a wipe on polyurethane finish, and it turned out killer and awesome. It has got a Porter Overdrive Plus pickup in it, which is about 16K. It is a Alanico 8 pickup. So it's got the clarity and the punch of a ceramic pickup, but it's got the warmth of a Alanico pickup. So it's a really, really odd pickup. It sounds really, really good, especially on big chords. The entire chord sounds like one big, huge, fat note. It's not very dirty at all. And that's one thing I don't know if I'm going to be able to live with in this guitar. I'm used to like a Duncan Distortion that's got a bunch of grind to it. I might end up putting a Duncan Distortion in it. But right now I'm going to leave that in there. It is a fantastic sounding pickup, and it sounds great. This guitar has really tall, really huge frets on it. It's got a really thick rosewood fretboard. The neck on it is completely unfinished, so you got to be really careful with this thing when you're working around it. Check out the back plate that he custom made for this thing. So cool, so awesome. But like I said, the back of the neck is completely unfinished, so it's going to get dirty, and I look forward to that. It's got some Goto tuners on it. Just needs one back plate there for the one volume knob because it is a single pickup guitar. It's got two springs on the back of it, and the trim works fantastic on it. It's got a great flutter to it, some great movement to it, super smooth, just a really well built, awesome guitar. So let's get to all the excitement in the room. Let's go up to the neck here and we'll see what everybody's talking about. It has a Mr. Scary Guitars neck on it. So, this is a really talked about guitar in the whole George Lynch guitar community, mainly because of this neck. And George has already reached out to me, and he's asked me basically, hey, where'd you get that guitar? What's up with the neck? Why does it have my logo on it? And I let him know that, that's the way that it came when I got it. And someone online sold this neck to Rob at Triple X, and this logo's been on it. It's not a sticker. It's not anything but the real deal. It's not a clone neck. It's no secret that George has someone who makes his necks for them, and apparently this one got out. And it got on this guitar, and it looks killer. It's awesome. I'm not trying to represent it as a real Mr. Scary Guitars guitar. It is a custom build. I'll tell anybody it's a custom build. But it does have a Mr. Scary Guitars neck on it, which makes it even cooler. And it's just a really awesome, killer guitar. I had several messages back and forth with George this morning. He was a polite gentleman, even though I could tell that he was a little perturbed by seeing this guitar. So, and the truth of the matter is, it's a really amazing guitar. If you ask me, he should be playing this thing live. It's really a killer guitar, and I would give it to him if he wanted it. It's that awesome. But it's kind of it's a custom build, one of a kind piece of art that I'm really super stoked to have. And it came with a beautiful hard shell case. And like I said, the only thing that I'm thinking about changing on this guitar is I might put a Duncan in it. I'm not sure if I'm going to put a distortion or a JB in it. I'm just kind of thinking some things over and what I've had in other guitars here recently. I'm typically an N4 guy, and I play Bill Lawrence pickups, and that would look silly in this. So I'm trying to think of what I would be happy with, and I know I would be happy with a Duncan. I really wanted to get one of those Mr. Scary Arcane pickups, but apparently they don't make them anymore, and they have changed the name of that pickup to the 13, which I still might get one of those and put it in there. I'd like to have one of those distressed Arcane pickups to go in here that's kind of like the Zebra, cream and black with the really distressed front on it. I think that would look really killer in this guitar and really set it off. So yeah, hope everybody enjoyed the video. It was kind of odd this morning talking to one of my heroes, especially the guy that I've looked up to my entire life when it comes to guitar. And like I said, he was unbelievably polite about the entire situation, but I could understand him seeing this guitar and thinking, what in the world? And so, but, I'm really happy to have this guitar. I thought about selling it as soon as I got it. Everybody knows that I buy and fix up and flip and sell, or whatever you want to call it, guitars. And I've probably got about 8 guitars that are lifers with me that I would never get rid of. And I thought about selling this guitar, but after setting it up and spending some time with it, I really think it's something that I want to hold on to the rest of my life and pass on down to my kid. So because it's just irreplaceable. And like I said, I've always wanted a Skull and Snakes guitar. So hopefully this guitar doesn't offend too many people. I know there were a lot of people out there that were really blown away by the guitar that wanted it. And a lot of people are mad that I got it. And so I just want everybody to know that it's in capable hands, and I really look forward to playing the guitar every day. So I've got another amazing George Lynch guitar I'm about to share with you guys. Hope you guys dig the video. I have not jumped from Nuno to George, even though I'm more of a George player. I could never play like Nuno. I'm more of a bluesy 80s rock guitar player. I'm actually a singer who plays a little bit of guitar. That's what I tell everybody. But yeah, glad that we could share this guitar with you guys. Look forward to using this in the near future. I've got a project that I'm working on that I hope gets off the ground where I'm playing some guitar. And this is going to be the #1 guitar, along with the one I'm about to show you. And it's mainly just for the cosmetic factor of the two guitars. But, I just happen to have two George guitars pop into my life at the same time. I still have several N4s. And let's move on to the next video. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Like I said, click the subscribe button and the notification bell. And yeah, this is my new XXX Guitar Works custom build, Skulls and Snakes Haji burnt guitar, and it's got the burnt graphic on it. It's just it's crazy. I just can't get over it, and I just wanted to get a final kind of close up on it for you guys before we closed out the video. We'll see you next time.